Welcome back to another tutorial. This time I want to quickly show, this is probably going to be a longer video, I apologize, the add assessment tool. Now this one, some people might want to learn how to use this. It might be useful, but it does have some limitations in an MYP context that might make it a bit more tricky to use. But anyway, let's open it up and see. All right, so let's do this as an example assessment. And the first limitation you'll already see is that you can't choose a rubric for this. You can only choose a scale. So let's keep it on the 8-point scale. Diploma teachers might want to use different scales, but we'll build those in time. And again, is this formative or summative? The grading period, you will just choose, that should be there, but you just normally choose the semester that you're in. Now you can, if you keep it as disabled, that means that students can't do the assessment yet. If you enable, then the assessment is open and they can do it at any time. You can do enable until, which means it's open until a certain cutoff date, and then they can no longer perform it. Or you can create a window between which you want to complete it. Okay, so then the assessment's only going to be active for a certain time period. Let's just keep it open for the time being. You can also input a password for them to go and try it. This might be for, let's say, you only give the password to students that you know are ready to go and attempt it. Then everybody can see there is a test there, but they need to get the password from you first by maybe showing or meeting some requirements that you've set before. I'm going to disable this for the time being. And we don't need those. I'm going to click create. So I've just set the assessment details when it's happening. Now I also have to set the parameters. Okay, so you insert your instructions if you have them in here. Then you can attach images, you can in tables, you can do everything you can do in a normal text box, but you can put it in there. You can even make it a bit bigger. Can you? No, doesn't seem to be able to do that. Anyway, you can embed some documents if you want to use the HTML function like I've shown you in some of the previous videos, but probably don't need to go that deep. All right, in your assessment settings, does it have a time limit? Sure, I only want it to be 60 minutes. Randomly ordered, I'm going to say no, but if you have a lot of different short answer questions and you want to randomly order them, then you can click yes. Are there points? Show possible points. Because this is a numeric setup only and not a rubric, you kind of have to assign points values to every question. That should add up to your total. Our total is 8, so it's going to be a bit weird. So I'm going to say no for that one, even though the points will still be there. This just means the students won't be able to see what the point value is. All right, and the assessment toolbar is like the tools you want students to have access to. So students can flag a question for review. They can eliminate answer choices. Do you want them to have a calculator? So basic or scientific? Do you want them to have access to a ruler? So this also depends on the subject area, on the type of question that they might need it for. Can they use a protractor? Why not? Can they highlight text? And can they use a notepad? So let's activate all of these for them just so we can see how they work. Allow students to view the results so you can determine what they are able to view once they've completed an assessment. And you can set how many times you want them to attempt. So maybe there's a few practice rounds before they do the final. And then you can decide, is it the highest score that counts or the last score that counts? So however you determine the parameters, that is how you can set it. Click on save. And now we've done a little video on just how to set it up and how to determine the assessment parameters. I'm going to stop here and make a second video on how to build the questions. But I guess before I go there, I can just kind of show you There you have a bank of different types of questions that you can choose from: regular multiple choice, true and false, matching, ordering, fill in blanks, the short answer or long answer questions. You can have them record audio into the assessment. So there's a lot of different things that you can build in, but I'll show some of that functionality in a second video.